okay, here we go. I can show them how to do it when I'm in the zone. Before we start, let me puff that indigo. If I thrust, guaranteed you gon' feel it though. My intro for this real shit. When I walked the bridge and we built it. Two hoes got the boy on kill clip. My team good and we rollin'. It ain't really hard to see that I'm fresher. I'm a F5 with Brock Lesnar. We ain't got time to listen. Yo, lecture, let him put the title up and I get your bitch. Asking he asked, we ain't never made up. When the times got rough, we ain't never gave up. Boy, you next to the one like Morpheus. So the NLO can't fuck with us. That's real talk in this purple rain. Know some real dudes that'll bring the pain. Stay fresh, rock shades like Johnny K. So they got a bad bitch, don't sew on your blade. You ain't put in work, we can ask your girl. Man, cause she said I'm the best in the world. When it comes to the game, they honor me. I destroy your league, Sean Connery. That's a mirror picture what I'm clone like. Team on like a hard light. Love bad girls that's all night. With a gang of weed and we all right. Found my inner Himoli. We don't run from victory. Keep pouring off that Smirnoff. I've been a boss like Tommy C. We work hard. Ain't nobody that's fresh.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dead on Dave, and I believe we just witnessed the most boring, the most predictable, just flat out, I think, the worst Survivor Series I've ever seen. I just don't get this. I'm trying to wrap my head around it, but they took the most easiest, the strangest, the most simple goddamn booking the entire evening. I don't know if I've ever seen such lazy, short-sighted booking ever. I don't think I've ever seen it. This is god-awful what they decided to do tonight. You know, we thought, I'm one of them, I thought the easiest, most boring, illogical booking they could have possibly have done was to have Roman Reigns go through all of that and then get turned down by frickin' Dean Ambrose. That seemed to be one of the worst ways they could have done everything, right? Wrong, because they used the Daniel Bryan ending from SummerSlam a couple years ago. That's the ending they give us, almost to a T, except instead of Triple H attacking Roman attacks him. This was god-awful. Why does anybody care or supposed to care about Sheamus being the WWE, a man who lost earlier in the night, which I believe, ironically, Randy Orton lost earlier in his night when he cashed in on Daniel Bryan. To parallel it even more, I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure he did. This was just, being boring and being predictable is one thing, but being so boring where you're actually rehashing storylines from you. And here's the biggest thing about it. The biggest thing about it is Roman Reigns is not as over as Daniel Bryan. He's not over at all. Someone make that argument. Both his matches tonight, the Del Rio match, which was but the Dean Ambrose match, which was short, it was not very good. They had a couple of nice spots, but this was one of the worst events, top to bottom, I've ever seen at a Survivor Series. And we're going to go through it match by match, and I'll tell you exactly why I believe that. Literally nothing of importance happened. Nothing. Think about this. Look, I don't know what to say. I got so many things that I want to bash, and I want to try to be positive, because you guys know I'm not the guy who just shits on everything for the worst, just for the reasons of shitting on it. I like to have thought out reasons for doing so, but I'm having a hard time coming up with defensible things for it. You know what? Let's take a call and let's try to calm down. I'm going to take a first call tonight. Usually I want to go into things a little bit more. My Skype just crashed, excuse me. My Skype just crashed, so I'm going to get the Skype back up. Usually I want to go into things a little bit more before I start taking the calls. But, man, I'm telling you, I'm really having an issue here because this was god-awful. And I know that some people are going to just be in love with the Undertaker situation, and that's fine. You guys love it. That's completely fine. But Jesus. All right. I'm going to calm down, and I'm going to take a call because Jesus Christ, and I all kinds of wound up. 540, you're live with Dead on Dave. Talk me down, 540. Am I wrong?
Hey,
Is this
I'm
the
not the
worst
person
Survivor
trying to calm you
Series
down,
of all
Dave.
time?
I am not the person trying to calm you down.
What's that?
I'm not the person trying to calm you down.
Okay, good. What do you got?
I'm the one that's pretty fucking pissed.
It's horrible.
Fucking bullshit.
Who is this? Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Oh, that's the only positives. I get to laugh at you.
Fuck you.
The only laugh is the only good thing that comes out of this.
Fuck the WWE. Fuck Triple H for making this bullshit.
No, they got it right as far as not having Roman Reigns as the champion. They got that part right.
You never have this dingleberry piece of shit as our champ?
Oh, it's you know what? Fucking a terrible champion like Sheamus is probably better than the goddamn terribleness that we would have got out of
You
having.
gotta be fucking kidding. You have your goddamn
Roman
fucking
Reigns
mind.
as
Oh my
champion
God. Damn
would have
it,
been.
God.
It would have been a disaster.
I'm about to lose my fucking shit. God.
Disaster. The one positive I get is I get to laugh at Pittsburgh boy.
Fuck off.
Thank you, WWE, for this gift that you've given me. I thought that I was going to be down in the dumps. I thought I'd be upset, but then Pittsburgh boy gives me everything I need.
Well, now I can dance in my room, man. I've already broken enough shit, God damn.
Don't break stuff.
He's gone for the night, so now tomorrow I can answer him what's going on around here.
Don't break stuff. Look, this
It's
is.
too late.
Let me try to give you some positives.
I broke three plates. I punched 2 holes in the wall. I'm about ready to go break some more
Who
fucking shit.
punches holes in walls? It's Roman Reigns. Who gives a fuck? Look,
I do.
Let me try to give you some positives. Let me talk you down. For a Roman Reigns fan, this isn't the worst thing that could happen. Do you know why?
What?
Because Roman Reigns is now a champion. He has won a title, and he is going to be in the main event for the next 6 months. Easy. He's going to headline WrestleMania. He's going to headline Royal Rumble. Everything that you want out of him being the champion, you're still going to get. Now, he's just not champion. In fact, this could help him in the long run. So for you as a Roman Reigns fan, I don't think you have a lot to be upset about. If you are concerned about...
plenty to be upset about.
Well, if you're concerned about Roman Reigns, actually being a long-term thing, then you should be elated with this. Because had he won this belt and walked out of there after that horse shit of a short match that we got with Dean Ambrose, that was horrible. Indefensible match. If he would have walked out like that as champion, his legacy is already done before it begins.
If he won a championship, I was going ballistic. If he won a championship, I was going nuts.
I think that you're just too short-sighted in this, my friend. You're too short-sighted in this. I think this is actually good for you. I think this, as a Roman Reigns fan, I think this is actually good for you. It's the best thing that could have happened to Roman. He's not ready. And most importantly, the fans aren't ready for him. They're not. They're just not. So him losing tonight, even though it is a terrible situation that he lost to Sheamus, who's a god-awful, this is actually not a bad thing if you're a fan of Roman Reigns. I can defend that part of it. But the booking was terrible. It was a terrible night. Terrible evening. What else? Are you okay, Pittsburgh? Do we need couch time?
Nah, I'm just trying to ease down and not break any more.
You better be fucking happy that Christmas is coming up, so someone's gonna fucking gift you some spackle. What the hell's the matter with you? Punching holes in walls.
Oh no!
What did that wall do to you?
Oh no!
Well, you go calm down.
First thing in sight.
You go calm down. I'm gonna take some more calls, and we'll probably piss you off some more throughout the night.
All right.
All right. I love you, Pittsburgh. Give me an air hug. Air hug, Pittsburgh. I'm air hugging. Here we go. There we go. I felt it. Bye-bye. Over the top or up you go. Holy God, he broke shit. Let's take another call because that was fucking gold. 410-410, you're live with Dead on Dave. Did you break anything tonight?
Hey, what's up, Dave? No, I did not, but, I'm not a Sheamus fan, but anything is better than Reigns at this point.
That's the one part of it, but I'm not so sure. I just defended it to Pittsburgh and tried to make him feel a little bit better, but I'm not so sure that is really reality with Sheamus being a better option, because who gives a shit about Sheamus, you know? At the same time...
Well, you know,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay, well, you see, I agree with you. Sheamus, he's boring. Let's be honest about that. He's terrible, but... I mean, I don't know, but the thing that pissed me off was the near falls in that match.
Yeah.
I mean, when Sheamus cashed in, he hit him with a bro kick, and he kicked out of the first one, which pissed me off, because, you know, Ambrose hit him with the dirty deeds, and he kicked out of that, which was stupid, but I don't know.
He's Cena! Do you not see it? He's Cena. I'm surprised he didn't win it. The way that Sheamus set up for the second bro kick, when he went to the middle of the ring, where he never does, he went to the middle of the ropes, usually goes to the corner. I thought it was just to set up Romans to hit the spear, and it was going to be... But he didn't. I
could have sworn it was spear 1, 2, 3, LOL, Roman wins. I could have sworn.
I thought it was going to happen. I thought he was going to go up and you can't see me. As soon as he was just going to start doing it, and then tomorrow night he was going to start having multicolored fucking outfits, because that would have been the Cena of all Cenas. But he gave a lot of Cena-like things tonight, and you know what? If I wanted to upset Mr. Pittsburgh boy even more, I think I just did so. But that's okay. Overall, what did you give tonight? What do you think? I got a lot of callers coming in, so what did you think of tonight?
Oh, my God. 3.5 out of 10. It was god-awful.
You might be being generous. You might be being generous.
I might, but to be fair, even though it was short, the Owens and Ambrose match, it was all right.
I hated the Dean Ambrose match. I hated both of them, as a matter of fact. I hated his match with Kevin Owens, which should have been something really special, turned out to be very flat. And then this damn match with Roman Reigns, it was short. They had a couple of spots where they were, hitting each other in the face. But other than that, nothing happened. It was a god-awful match with absolutely no drama. Okay, so they walk away as friends. But what does this do for Dean Ambrose and his brand? There's no long-term booking here. There's no type of thought process going into building anybody past tonight. This was a terrible, outside of Roman Reigns, who now goes into chase mode. This is terrible. This was a horrible Survivor Series. I think.
Well, how about this idea? How about this? Since Ambrose has pinned Owens on multiple occasions, he eliminated him in the traditional Survivor Series match on Raw, and he pinned him here.
Yep.
Intercontinental title, TLC, Owens and Ambrose next month. What do you think of that?
I think that could be a positive out of it, because we could get a feud. But here's the thing. After that match in a tournament that is to determine the next World Heavyweight Champion, if they couldn't get a good match out of that, what makes anybody feel or have belief or confidence that they're going to get a good match in a feud in a series for the Intercontinental title? I'm like, because of that match that they had tonight, which was just not very good, I'm now down on a potential feud between these two. But I think that's where it's going, those two for the Intercontinental title. But I'm not excited about it.
I couldn't agree more, and both of them are great workers, but I just don't think they have chemistry together. I think that's what it is.
There's a lot of that. We say that a lot about a lot of different people in the WWE right now. There's a lot of really good workers, a lot of great performers, but it doesn't seem like a lot of people have chemistry with each other. I'm starting to see more and more of it. It's very strange. All right, anything last before I throw you over the top rope?
Just one thing. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental title at Mania 32. That's all I got.
Yeah, maybe. I think it might be a little too soon, but I wouldn't mind seeing it. I appreciate the call, 410. Take it easy, buddy.
Peace out.
And over the top rope you go. Long-time caller, AJ Tucker, who I haven't heard from in forever. AJ, What's going on, brother?
I'm doing great. I don't know what was worse, though, the show.
You're low, man. I can barely hear you.
Oh, you can't?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know what was worse, the show or Xavier Woods' hair.
No. I have to disagree with you there. Xavier Woods' hair was epically splendiferous. It was wonderful. That hair was great.
I thought he was a girl. He looked like a girl tonight.
He had the Bruno Mars Little Richard thing going on. It was a pompadour. Come on, man! If you can't get excited, and it was like a mullet too, the way it came down in the back, a pompa mullet. Come on, a mullet door. You can't get better than that. That was epic. I loved it.
I love the New Day, but come on, that I didn't really care for.
That's something I'm going to rip into. By the way they used or misused the New Day. They had an opportunity with that match that nobody cared about anyway. They had an opportunity, and I really felt that's where the night really started slipping away. It was already slipping away, but that match is when things really started to slip away. The way they ended it, the way New Day walked out on the match like that. How can you have your most over fucking faction potentially in the entire company, let alone in that match? How can you have all three of them just walk out because one gets eliminated? It was horrendous. You know what it was? I'll tell you exactly what it was. I have a perfect thing for this. This is exactly what it is. Here it is. This is exactly.
This trial is a travesty. It's a travesty of a mockery, of a sham, of a mockery, of a travesty, of two mockeries, of a sham.
That's right. That's right, Woody Allen. That's right.
I missed it, but did Big E hurt his ankle or something? Because I wasn't really paying attention near the end of it. But what happened exactly?
I don't know. Nothing happened. They were just selling him losing, and they were helping him to the back because he's hurt. There was nothing actually happened. He's fine.
I love the Survivor Series traditional matches every year, and that it's a big part of Survivor Series. And there was like barely any build, if not any. And I think the build was kind of a big part of why this show
they stopped going to it. Years ago they stopped making Survivor Series important.
Oh yeah.
But the last few years, they tried last year. They had a really decent Survivor Series traditional match. I think everyone was really happy with Survivor Series last year. Mm-hmm. And this year, it was just god-awful, man. Just nothing happened. It was the most laziest booking they could have done, and it's so frustrating. It really is one of those situations where I just want to grab my head and bang it against the wall because it was horrendous. My God.
I don't know if you agree with this or not, but this is just my take on it.
Yeah.
I don't really see I didn't really, like, at the end of the day, I didn't have a problem with Reigns. Sheamus cashing in, it's better than Reigns winning, but I didn't really see the point of having the tournament because it didn't take a scientist to figure out that the final two were going to be Reigns and Ambrose. Yeah. And instead of, like, getting this epic heel turn or swerve or whatever, we got, like, a 10-minute match full of kickouts, finishes, spears, Superman punch. It was very disappointing.
It's the worst tournament. And not only is this the worst Survivor Series in history, it's the worst tournament of any kind WWE has ever put on.
The Deadly Games. Sorry, go on.
There was no goddamn, like, the field was terrible. They left out some people they should not have left out. They kept people in. They had weird finishes to some of the matches that led to nowhere. I'm looking at you, Kalisto. There's just so many things that happened in this tournament. And the fact that everybody knew it was going to happen. And they had two predictable endings. The one that we got, Roman Reigns winning, everything clean, everything happy, him and Dean walking away, and Sheamus cashing in. And then they had the other one with Dean turning on Roman, which at least would have gave us a little bit of intrigue. Now, it's just, there's nothing there. There's no advancement in anybody's character. Everybody stays the exact same as they entered the evening. It's just, I can't say enough of how and why tonight was disappointing.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead. I'm about to throw you over the top rope anyway because I got a lot of callers.
Okay. The Deadly Games tournament in '98 was pretty bad, but this one just sucked.
You know what? There's a lot of people who like Deadly Games.
Well, from what I just remember Rock turning heel and them copping off the screw job the year prior.
Yeah, but, a lot of people like Deadly Games. I mean, the entire tournament at least had some good talent in it, and like there were, at least, and with the ending of it, at least things happened to change characters, and there was a narrative. Tonight, none of that happened. None of that happened. I mean,
well, before.
hell, why not? I liked when Roman speared Triple H. Why not end it there?
Yeah.
It was just,
And
I don't know. What's your rating for tonight, bud?
out of 10?
Yeah, no, out of 50.
Out of 50.
No, motherfucker, out of
Okay.
10. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Come
Sorry.
on, dude.
5.
All right. I appreciate it. Because you actually tried to give it out of 50, you're over the top rope. See you later.
I thought you were serious. See ya.
I appreciate the call. Take it easy, AJ. Holy God, out of 50. Out of 50. Let's take another call. We're going to jet through some. Oh, I was about to take somebody's call and he dropped out. Let's take Ed Rage has been trying to call in for a while. Ed Rage Hardy, you are live with Dead on Dave. And all you guys who are calling in, don't leave. Don't stop calling in. I am going to get every single one of you who are calling in because there's a lot of you, but I'm going through the list and I'm just going to keep taking them. I will get to everybody. Don't leave. Stay right here on Dead on Dave Productions, your best review option on the internet. So just keep hanging in. We're going to get to you. Ed Rage Hardy, what you got? You're live with Dead on Dave.
Holy shitty pay-per-view. What's up, Dave?
Yeah, I know, right? Holy shitty pay-per-view, Batman. I couldn't agree with you more. I want to be positive. You know, I always want to be positive. You know this.
I tried to defend the pay-per-view, but I couldn't.
That's what I'm doing. Like, I'm sitting here in my head. I'm like, man, what can I defend? Like, I felt there was one injustice of the evening, and it was perpetrated by the fans. And that was the Paige and Charlotte match, which I actually enjoyed. It was a weird match. It was paced very, very strangely. And it felt a little bit flat. But I think a lot of it had to do with just the absolute nothing reaction from the crowd. But I think that match actually had a little bit of hidden potential in it. And there was actually some really, really good moments. There was some strange positioning in how the match ended. So I'm trying to be positive with there. But that's about all I have. I mean, I can't be positive about anything else. And it almost makes me sick at all the positive reaction about the Brothers of Destruction beating the Wyatts. I don't understand how, let alone a regular wrestling fan, can be excited about that, let alone an Undertaker fan. How can you get this excited about two fucking 50-year-old men burying, once again, a young up-and-coming faction? I don't get this. I don't. Yeah. Once again, everybody entered the night one way, and they're leaving the night the exact same way. It's horrible. What you got, man? What do you think? Calm me down. Talk me off the ledge here.
Well, what I can calm you down. Oh man, there's nothing I can calm you down with. We lost Cesaro, so we can't get Cesaro championship.
That's right. Cesaro's out for 6 months at least. He's hurt. His shoulder's done.
Fuck. Why are we losing the talent?
It's another injury. They're gonna have to start rushing a couple of these guys for NXT. I think what they're gonna have to end up doing here is consider or Finn Balor and Samoa Joe. If not one of them, then both of them. I think both
get Balor Joe there, man.
They need some talent up there, and the good thing is there's so much other talent that's coming up through NXT. Losing those two guys, I don't think will hurt that much, especially if Austin Aries is in fact coming in with Gunner and James Storm is now a permanent fixture there. All these things are actually, it's not going to hurt too much to lose Balor and Joe, but the WWE needs to really rethink things now because that was a horrible pay-per-view. It was so predictable. It was so boring. And I'm sorry, I want to apologize to a lot of people who come here for because I really try to look at every goddamn angle of things and try to find the good. There's just nothing here. There's just not much here. I can't point to any matches and go, that saved the night, or any angle that go, wow, that really changed my opinion. There's just nothing here.
It's just when everything is too predictable and we're losing the talent, you got to start pushing the right guys.
Yes.
That's what they need to start doing. Push the right guys.
And look, wrestling is predictable. That's just part of the nature of the game. That's just how it is. Okay? Wrestling is predictable. Okay? We all know that. We all understand that. That just is part of the game. But when it's this predictable, when it's this blah, then that's where you have an issue. Because there's no intrigue. There's nothing that's going to keep somebody coming in tomorrow and go, man, what are we going to see? There's just nothing here, you know? And that's an issue. That's a problem. And that's what the WWE is now going to have to contend with, because they're not going to be able to keep the narrative exactly the way they left it tonight. They're going to have to make changes. They don't have a choice, because they're going to have some serious backlash against this. It was terrible booking tonight. Terrible.
And one thing before I leave you, I want to talk. I want to tell you how my reaction was when I saw the ref counting to 3 when Roman won this fucking title.
Yes.
First of all, I turned into heel Daniel Bryan.
No.
And then I just hid in my Batman shirt. I just tucked in my head in. I'm like,
oh, Dark Knight,
Vince, why you do this to me
from what I have just seen. Oh, Dark Knight, thank you, my Lord Bruce Wayne. Protect me from the evils that I have seen.
And then Sheamus comes in, and I'm like, well, he's not anything, but at least he's better than Roman.
Yeah, but not by much. And there's so many negatives for this too, mainly because who gives a shit? You know,
I don't give a shit. I detest Roman.
Yeah, I don't like Roman either, especially after tonight's performance, because it was so John Cena-ish. And had he beat freaking Sheamus, which I thought he was going to do, the way Sheamus set up that second bro kick, I really thought he was going to end up winning. They might have.
I thought they were going to give him a Sandow treatment.
Yeah, I can't even wrap my head around it. What's your rating for tonight?
Oh god, I'm giving it a 3 because Undertaker will still give me something, even though it sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the nostalgia
and maybe
factor's
because
there.
of the Kevin
the
Owens
one
and Ambrose
positive,
match.
I do have a positive, as a matter of fact. It's a good and bad. The good news is, during Undertaker's 37-minute intro, his entrance, I was able to do my taxes. Unfortunately, apparently, I'm like 6 months late. So, I mean, there's good and bad. Ed Rage, I appreciate the call, my friend.
All right, see you later, man.
Over the top rope with you, buddy. Look, I know that there's been so many people calling in. Continue to call in. I'm going to take your calls. We're going to get to them very shortly, okay? But I want to take a second, calm it down a little bit. I want to thank you guys for joining me right here on Dead on Dave Productions, man. We got a lot more to get to. I'm going to get through the copious amounts of notes. We're going to continue to take calls. We're going to have a good time. But I want you guys to go ahead and hit that like button, all right? I want you to hit that like button. If you like what you're seeing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 1,600 subs, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you like the channel and you want to support the growth and you like the new things like the number 702-751-2902, then you can donate to the channel if you're so inclined. Right into the description box of this video, donate to the Copious Fat Man. You're going to get the $1 Million Laugh. We're going to see your comment shoot up on the screen. And if it's a question, I'm going to answer it right friggin' now. So if you are so inclined as to donating, please do so. No obligation, of course. Also, if you want to actually get something for helping the channel out, you can go to www.deadondave.spreadshirt.com and check out all the cool-ass shirts that we have. Go ahead and check it out, all right? So thank you guys very much for that. Let's get back to it. Let's take some more calls. 909's been trying to call in for a while. 909, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
What's up, man? Shorter Turner, how you doing?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm pissed off right now.
Yeah.
This pay-per-view.
Yeah.
If I had a sport, I'm going to give it a 3 to be very nice right now.
I think it's a generous 3. I think it's a generous 3.
I'm heated. The positive I would say to this pay-per-view is the Divas match. I think that match was really good.
What match was good?
The Divas match? The Divas title match?
That's one of my things, where I thought there was some good parts to that match, but the crowd really killed it for me.
Yeah.
It was a terrible, weird crowd. The only thing the crowd cared about tonight was Undertaker. That was it.
Yeah.
It was like they only came to see Taker.
His entrance gave me goosebumps again. It's amazing.
It didn't give me goosebumps. It gave me meh bumps. I've seen it a million times, and I hated the fact that they completely buried an up-and-coming faction that desperately needed a win. The Wyatts are done. They might as well break up the faction. There's nothing here for the Wyatts now. Nothing. They have no credibility. They're done. They're fucking done.
I agree, bro. They should have fucking won tonight, man. Man, Roman Reigns, man, when he won, I was like, oh my God.
I got another positive. Roman Reigns, after the match, the way he was laying on the mat with that look on his face, that was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
Little bit of intrigue.
That was really good. Yeah, I agree. But when Sheamus came in, I completely left the room. I just went downstairs and I made some food.
It's the Daniel Bryan ending. It's the Daniel Bryan ending from SummerSlam. That's the ending that it was.
But it's Sheamus, though.
Yeah. Look, the funny thing is, Randy Orton is considered one of the most boring wrestlers around, and Sheamus is more boring than him. And it's just, it's
I really, man, I didn't know what to say when he came out. I was like, no. That's when I was actually pulling for Roman Reigns. I was like, okay, Reigns.
No, I didn't want it because they would have been like, winner. They would have been like, winner and still champion Roman Reigns.
Yeah. It's man, and that 5-on-5 crap tournament, God. Or not tournament, fucking up.
The traditional Survivor Series elimination match. It was horrible. Horrible.
Yeah.
It started out so good, brother. That match started out so good. There was great things happening. We had great high-flying action. There was some good stuff, and then let's have the New Day walk out. That's how we'll show appreciation. Real Talk 74 donated $2. I promise my new album, We Better What We Saw Tonight. Real Talk. Thank you, Real Talk, for your donation. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Continue, please, good sir.
The New Day, when they walked out, I was pissed off.
Yeah, I was furious. Now, here's the thing about that. If they would have had Sheamus find a way to win that match, maybe we would have cared a little bit more when he cashed in later on tonight.
Yeah.
Potentially.
I agree with that.
Potentially. But instead, they have him lose. They have him lose to an Uso. Oh, by the way, one of Roman Reigns' oh, no, he actually took the loss to Ryback. Excuse me. Even worse, Ryback, who couldn't even get to the second round of the tournament, losing the goddamn Kalisto. But that's okay, because Sheamus wasn't even in the fucking tournament. Or he was so quickly, it didn't matter. Terrible.
Yeah. Tell me something, man. What was Ryback doing? Was he what move was that, like a cross?
I don't know. I don't know what Ryback's doing no more.
That was fucking horrible. I don't even know what the fuck he was doing. He's dark. I don't like Ryback, man. He's horrible. But overall, this pay-per-view, man.
I think it's the worst Survivor Series in history. I really do. I'm trying hard. Maybe some of the early Survivor Series. Maybe some of the early Survivor Series can rival it, but I'm really trying to rack my brain. I think this is the worst Survivor Series I've ever watched.
Yeah, that's what my cousin said. My cousin straight up looked at me and said, "This is the worst Survivor Series I think he's ever seen."
Yeah, I really believe that.
Okay, when Sheamus won, what was your first reaction when you saw him coming down the ramp and cashing in his Money in the Bank? What was your first reaction when you saw him do that?
Really easy. I yawned, then I farted. I yawned, then I farted. That's what I did. That's what happened. It was horrible.
I jumped up and I had my eyes open. I was like, no. And he did it. I was like, okay.
It was terrible.
All right.
I don't know.
It was terrible,
what was your rating for tonight, man? I'm going to get you out here because I got a lot of other callers to get to.
I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10.
All right. I appreciate the call, buddy.
All right, man. Thank you for taking my call.
No problem. Over the top rope you go. Sean Bonner, you're live with Dead on Dave. What do you got? Sean Bonner. That sounds like a ticking bomb or something. It's scary.
Hello?
Sean Bonner, you're live with Dead on Dave. Sean Bonner. Sean Bonner, you're live with Dead on Dave.
Yeah.
Get down from there, Sean Bonner. Come with me if you want to live, Sean Bonner. Are you there? Sean Bonner going. Oh, yeah, you're over the top rope. Let's take another call. Legacy Asher. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you
Hello,
got?
Dave.
See, perseverance pays off. I told you you'd eventually get through. Everybody's going to get through. What do you got for me, Asher?
Hello, Dave.
Hello, Asher. We've already exchanged pleasantries. So once again, what do you got?
I am pissed.
Okay.
I am not happy.
Yeah.
The only thing that was good is that Sheamus cashed in and won in the Undertaker match. That's all I liked.
No, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. It just saved us from Roman Reigns, but it didn't build anything. Who gives a fuck about Sheamus? Oh, by the way,
I know,
real
right?
talk. Here you go. There's the laugh. I'm gonna put the laugh in myself since fucking Twitch fucking me. Asher, go ahead. Continue.
Just as always, I got 3 questions, but you're
hit
gonna
me
hear
with them because
from
we've got a lot of callers tonight.
You're gonna hear from a pissed off Asher. Here's the first question: do you see a Roman Reigns versus Reigns versus Triple H rivalry?
A Reigns
anytime
versus
soon?
Reigns rivalry? How good would that
Not
be?
Reigns versus Reigns. I meant Reigns versus Triple H.
Probably not, because now there's a new face to the authority, and that's, Sheamus is now the new guy. I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin Owens also joins that group, because now that they've continued to keep Ambrose and Reigns allied, because they're still allies now. There was no turn. They're going to need somebody to fight against them, and Kevin Owens makes a lot of sense to join the authority now. So I think that's probably what's going to happen. It's something I actually called months ago. I didn't think they'd wait this long. So no, I don't think that we're going to actually see a Triple H and Roman match. It could happen, and if it does, I think it will happen sooner rather than later. It'll happen at Royal Rumble, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I have to agree. On the scale of 1 to 10 of the Survivor Series kickoff match, the 5-on-5, were you? And this is not about the match, but are you surprised about Goldust's return?
No, I'm not. It made a lot of sense. There's been a lot of talk about it, that he was coming back for a while. The reality is nothing's going on with Stardust, so they kind of went something there. That might have been the most entertaining match of the night.
I agree.
It might have actually been the most entertaining thing that happened all goddamn night. So I on a scale of 1 to 10, I give that a 7. I thought that was really good. I thought it was really good. I love Goldust. I love that he keeps himself in shape. I love that he's coming back and continuing to do his thing. I think it was probably the most entertaining thing that happened tonight, which is saying a lot.
Mm-hmm. Well, my last question is, what do you think about the Undertaker's epic entrance tonight?
It's the same entrance we've always gotten. Yes, the coffin with his slideshow picture showing. I have a better slideshow picture in my slideshow every single day with the variations of the Undertaker's look than what that was. It didn't do nothing for me. Look, I appreciate the career that the Undertaker has. I have nothing but respect and reverence for the Undertaker. But that entrance is fucking boring. It's not awe-inspiring to me anymore. It's not even slow on purpose. It's slow because that's actual Undertaker's walking speed now. I mean, it's not. So now it's just ironic, So it doesn't do anything for me. And the fact that him and his 47-year-old brother, this guy,
that's gotta be Kane.
Yeah,
that's gotta be Kane.
That's right. Those guys bury the Wyatts. That needed a hit more than a crackhead, needed this victory. Don't get it. It just I'm so frustrated with the entire thing. But like I said, I was able to do my taxes. I also made a sandwich, took a dump. I raked some leaves, so that was good. I refinished my house. I refinanced my mortgage. So I was able to do a lot during all that time. So that was good.
I know, but this is not part of the 3 questions, but I'll get off in a minute. But what about the ISIS thing? Like,
it done nothing. Well, as far as I know, nothing happened. They didn't kill nobody. That's a good thing. That's a positive.
Yeah.
We found a positive. Nobody died. Nobody died. Holy shit. Thank you, Asher, for showing me a positive. Nobody fucking died except maybe Roman Reigns' career. Other than that, I appreciate it. Asher, what's your rating?
7.5 out of 10.
Well, get the fuck out of here. Over the top fucking rope. I can't believe he just said 7.5 out of 10. 631. 631, you're live with Dead on Dave. Can you believe Asher just said 7.5 out of 10? What the fuck? What's going on? 631, what do you got for me?
Dude, you're right. Here's a prime example of why Roman Reigns is a piece of shit. Tonight's not about love and hugs. Like, oh, okay, dude, thank you for fucking clarifying. Like, tomorrow night on Raw, you're going to come out. Today is not about fishing and hair gel. Like, are you fucking stupid?
You know what's great? He says tonight's not about love and hugs, and then after the match, he loved and hugged Dean Ambrose.
Oh, my God, I didn't even think of that. You're so fucking right.
Yep.
Why didn't they just fuck each other right there in the middle of the fucking ring?
I have spoken!
You should have just done it. Get it over with.
Yeah, I know. Seriously. Well, the love fest will continue because he's going to need an ally. He only has one because the Authority is going to grow. And you got to figure there's going to be some repercussions for spearing Triple H. But
dude, I don't even give a shit.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to watch tomorrow, man. Like, dude, there's nothing, dude. Like, all right, like, today could be I could just end it today and be like, okay, Sheamus is champion.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I never have to watch ever again. There's nothing set up for tomorrow.
No, there's not. And not only is there not in the main event, there's really nothing throughout the entire card. Now, I'll tell you, if I have to give you a reason to watch tomorrow, and if I have to try to give anybody a reason to watch Raw tomorrow, it's going to be this. It's because of what we just said. There's nothing set up, so that means they're going to have to use tomorrow to set up new things. Maybe tomorrow is the reset that we thought we were going to get after Seth Rollins got hurt. Maybe that is a possibility. You got to figure the Paige Charlotte thing is done. Charlotte won very definitively, so maybe now this is the Sasha Banks thing everybody was looking forward to. Alberto Del Rio no longer having to worry about his aspirations for being the champion. Maybe a good feud for United States title can start tomorrow. Tyler Breeze getting
no fucking way.
Tyler Breeze getting a huge victory over Dolph Ziggler in a match that nobody gave a shit about, but at least Tyler Breeze is moving up the ranks. What about the Intercontinental title? There are some things to build towards tomorrow, so I think tomorrow is worth watching, but I'm only saying that because I have to watch, so I have to try to get excited.
You have to convince yourself.
That's how denial works.
That's
how denial works.
Oh, my God.
I'm telling you.
Oh, dude.
I'm
fucking losing it here, man. I don't give a shit about Sheamus, Roman Reigns. I don't fucking care about any of these people, man.
No, I agree. What else you got?
They don't seem like they even want to be there.
Yeah.
Like, no one seems like they want to be there, especially Dolph Ziggler. And he did an interview where he was just like, yeah, you know what? You've got to learn, like, not to care.
Ziggler's got a foot out the door. I don't understand. Ziggler has a foot out the door. It seems like he's getting into a stand-up comedy, which, by the way, from stand-ups that I respect pretty well who do reviews on things like this, they say his stand-up is absolute garbage. It's shit. Like, I don't know why that's his transition. Maybe because he thought, hey, I just put my dick in Amy Schumer. Maybe that makes me funny. I don't know. Or maybe she was laughing at him a lot during sex and he thought that he was funny. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know why.
No, that's how it works. When you fuck people who are talented, then you gain, like, their powers. It's like
talent is not sexually transmitted. No, unfortunately, talent is not sexually transmitted. Well, I thought it was, but after I let Liberace fucking bone me, I didn't become a great pianist, so it didn't work out. I don't know what to tell you.
Don't listen to CM Punk's Dick Muff.
Dick Muff, that's right. It's horrible. Wait, let me get some more calls. Let me get some more calls, buddy. What's your rating for tonight?
Fucking nothing. It sucked.
A 0, a goose egg. You're giving it a goose egg.
Today's a 0.
Fuck this pay-per-view out of 10. That's what you're giving it. Okay, fair enough.
I'm out of here.
I appreciate the call. Over the top rope with you. Holy God, this is getting insane. Keep those calls coming in, guys. I know we got a couple of messages, too.
I have spoken!
That's right, I have spoken. We're going to get to more calls. Yeah, we're going to get to everybody who's called in tonight. All right, so don't worry. We're going to get to them. It's going to happen. I got a couple of voice messages from people. Now, playing them is a fairly scary proposition. If I actually got them. If there is a voice message, it's a scary proposition because you never know what you're going to get off these damn things. It's a scary thing. So, but it's okay. We're gonna take him. Let's go ahead. We got some more calls. Sod Villa's been trying to call in the entire night. Sod Villa, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got? I finally got you, buddy. Sod, what's up, pal?
What's up, Dave? I love that Undertaker entrance, man. That gave me chills up my spine.
Didn't give me a chill at all. It gave me plenty of time to do things I forgot to do throughout the day. I did some laundry. I waxed the floor. I waxed my bikini line. I had plenty of time because it lasted an hour and a half.
I loved it, man. I don't know about you, but I got chills everywhere. I got chills down south.
It's the same thing we've seen for years.
I got chills everywhere.
But it's the same. We've seen this for 25 years. It did nothing for me.
I don't know, man. I don't know, but I loved it. And also, I just loved how Breeze won, because I think Breeze is gonna do big things one day.
Yes, I agree with that. How about Dolph Ziggler dressing like a lingerie football player? How about that look? What the hell?
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler's a prick, and he needs to leave because I hate him.
I love that. Ziggler. I love that it's not Dolph Ziggler is a bad wrestler or Dolph Ziggler is boring. No, Dolph Ziggler is a prick. What the hell's the matter with you? That's fantastic.
He is though. But I love the fact that they buried the Wyatts next. I fucking hate the Wyatts too. They're all pricks.
Hold on one second. Ali Kokar says, do you still take donations? Yes, of course. We always take donations, and we appreciate them very much. If you decide to donate, we greatly appreciate it. So if you want to do that, go ahead and hit me up in the description box of this video, and you can donate, and you'll get the whole shebang-a-bang. And if the stupid goddamn $1 million laugh doesn't work, I'll play it. Don't worry. All right? So thank you very much for that. Go ahead, man. What do you got for me, Sod?
Tomorrow night on Raw, this is what they should do. So the Wyatts come out, and Bray Wyatt just like blames Luke Harper. He's like, "Oh, it's your fault," blah blah blah, and he beats his ass. And then they all get into it, right? And then Undertaker comes out, and then he beats all their asses. That's what I want to see.
You just want to see ass beatings all around. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know, because that would indicate that rivalry was going to continue. No, there's no chance of that happening. Why?
I want it to continue. I love that, right?
The Wyatts are dead. They need to be disbanded and repackaged.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's over. It's fucking over. I don't know, man. Apparently, you sound like Kermit the Frog. That's what somebody in the chat's saying. That's hysterical. Go ahead.
Well, they can go suck it, if you know what I mean.
Say Miss Piggy, my love. Say it.
Miss Piggy, my love.
That's fantastic. I hear it now. Son.
No,
that's fantastic. No. What's your rating for tonight?
Whoever says that, I'm gonna fucking choke slammed him to hell.
What's your rating for tonight? I got so many calls to get to.
It's probably 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, get the fuck out of here, Sod. You troll. You're a troll. Goodbye, Sod.
Actually, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
Get the fuck out of here. Unbelievable. I can't believe that shit trolling me. 540. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hey, it's Pittsburgh.
Oh, seriously?
I just called just to let you know I went for a little bit of a ride.
Okay.
Got a little bit of road rage. Calm down.
Okay.
And if they would get their shit fucking together so that ginger beard dingleberry fucks like Sheamus would not win the goddamn title, that'd be fucking great.
So what you're saying is you think tomorrow that Roman Reigns is going to come out and basically say, Sheamus, I hate to tell you this, but your time is up. My time is now. You can't see me. My time is now.
Do not refer to
I'm the franchise, and I'm riding now. You can't see me. My time is now.
Keep referring to him as Cena. I'm going to break more shit. I cannot stand it if you refer to him as Cena.
Being evil to Pittsburgh is the only joy that I can get tonight. I'm evil, Dave. You called in again, so you deserve this.
How the hell? Why do I deserve this?
Because you called in a second time. What's the matter with you?
Oh, I thought you may be concerned.
No, I'm not concerned. You're not dead. I don't think you're that stupid. I mean, you're pretty dumb to fucking break holes and shit, but you're not that stupid.
I got fucking road rage.
Don't kill anybody. You know what? You're right. I'm glad you called in and checked in, and Daddy's here to tell you everything's going to be okay.
Well, I'm
It's
not well.
all you
after
have to
first
do.
Yeah, I may have to go for another ride.
All you have to do is
now.
believe in Roman Reigns' principles: loyalty, hustle, and respect. Okay?
God damn you!
Loyalty, hustle, and respect. All right, that's all you got to do.
This is fucking bullshit.
See you later, Pittsburgh. Over the top rope you go. I love it. I fucking love it. It makes me happy. Let's go ahead and get Sean Bonner. Sean Bonner, let's try this again. I don't know what happened last time. We're going to try again. What you got for me? You're live with Dead on Dave.
Yo, what's up, Dave?
What's going
I was
on?
trying to mow the lawn, and that's what that noise was.
What's that?
I was trying to mow the lawn.
You were...
No.
Okay, now that...
No, I heard it back, and it sounded like a lawnmower. I was like, good God, what is that?
Because it would have been much more interesting had you actually been trying to mow the lawn. That would have been great.
I know, it's 11:39 in Philly. Now, you know what, man? Tonight was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I was half watching. I was like completely watching, but not on my phone at the same time. And matches were ending, and I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
It was just like one long, exaggerated match.
It was a bag of fuck. The whole night was a giant, copious bag of fuck. It's just like, and you know me, man. I think everybody knows that I try to be positive, and I spin things, and I always look. I got nothing. I got no analytical bullshit that could possibly spin this in the right way. Everybody walked in the night one way and then walked out the exact same way. There's no tweaks to anybody's. What now? The only one question is, Sheamus and Bad News Bear were actually a pretty damn decent tag team. They were getting a little momentum. Presumably, they're done now. Unless I like the whole idea of a possible European Union. That's gone. That's done. I'm so confused. They killed some of the best things they had going for them tonight. The Wyatt family, done. They have no credibility, nothing. They're not the faces of fear. They're nothing. They're not the New Darkness, nothing. They're done. Fucking New Day walks out because one gets eliminated and absolutely turned the night on a dime, because that match was actually pretty decent, and then they walk out and the match goes to shit, and then the rest of the night fucking blew goats. I don't know what to say any positives about tonight. What do you got? What do you think? What's your rating?
I think that they thought that ISIS was really going to take them down, and this was their last fuck you to the audience, putting on a horrible show. I mean, it was just, I can't even give it a rating. I mean, my nephew's 4, he watched them. My son's 10, he fell asleep for the main event. Me and my nephew watching, he's like, is that it? I'm like, yeah, buddy, that's it.
That's it. Sorry, pal. You should have just showed him SummerSlam from a couple years ago. You would have got the exact same ending.
Yeah, with the
they
stuff
even
coming
went
down
heavy
in
with the
van.
confetti again. They even went heavy with the confetti and the whole thing they did for Daniel Bryan to make it seem like Daniel Bryan won the title. It finally happened. But they did the exact same thing for Roman Reigns, even heavier with the confetti. Actually scared the fuck out of me with those pyro. I'm like, oh, there's ISIS. That scared me. And then fucking... But here's the problem. Nobody wanted Roman Reigns to be champion except for Pittsburgh boy, who's now breaking more things in his house. Other than that, nobody wanted Roman to be champ. So nobody cared about all the damn confetti. And unfortunately, they don't even have an interesting Money in the Bank holder to make this something worthwhile. It was just a fail on every goddamn level. What's your rating, Sean? I'm going to get to some more callers.
And that was like SummerSlam was like, what, 2.5 years ago?
Yeah.
So now they'll pull that one again. Maybe 2.5 more years they'll pull that same trick.
I don't know.
Yeah. If I got to give it a number, I'm going to give it a 2. And fuck Cronin and his blocking ass.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
He didn't block me on Facebook though, so I got to really lay into him. But
it's
he's
okay. We're in a safe place from all of that, man. We're doing our thing. It's all good.
Yeah.
I'm
all
like
right,
Frozen,
thanks,
brother.
man.
Let it go. let it go. I don't care about you stank ass hoes. That's what I gotta say. But I appreciate it. Sean, I appreciate the call, buddy. I appreciate all the support.
Yep, no problem, man.
Take it easy, my friend. Keep it copious and enjoy being thrown over the top rope. Raise Moxley. Raise Moxley. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got? Raise Moxley. Where are you? Raise Moxley. Going once. Raise Moxley going twice. You're over the top rope. Raise Moxley. You got to keep your shit prepared when you call into Dead on Dave Productions. You got to have your shit together. Let's take it. Brett Lawson. I have to take his call because he's tried so hard to call in tonight. He's been calling in more than anybody else. Brett Lawson, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
What's up, Dave?
What's up, Brett?
I'm just trying to figure out what are they gonna do at TLC.
I don't know. Maybe we'll get a women's TLC type of match. Maybe something like that could happen. But they didn't set it up tonight, so who knows? Maybe Kevin Owens and frickin' Dean Ambrose in a TLC match. They didn't set it up tonight, so who knows? I have no idea. That's why Monday Night Raw is actually something that you got to watch, because they're going to set some stuff up tomorrow night. That's the only reason worth watching Monday Night Raw. You got to hope that things are going to start getting set up for the next pay-per-view.
Man, I don't know. Survivor Series made me mad.
Yeah, made me want to punch a goat.
Pittsburgh boys probably throwing all stuff, breaking all of his stuff in his house.
Yeah, it's not good. Road rage, man. Road rage, all kinds of different rages. What's your takeaway from the night, man? You got anything, any insight? Anything at all?
The best part of the night is when they sung the national anthem to say screw ISIS.
They did. Unfortunately, Lillian Garcia, who I like, by the way, I hate bashing her, but in my copious amounts of notes, it's the first thing I noted. She really botched that damn national anthem tonight. She was pitchy as fuck. And I think she's actually a fairly decent singer. I feel bad saying that because I like Lillian Garcia. I met her when they came down in 2007 when I was in Iraq and for Tribute to the Troops. I got to meet her. She's just an absolute sweetheart who loves the troops. But, man, she really was not. She was not pitch perfect tonight. No question about that. What's your least favorite thing of the night?
Probably when the New Day left the 5-on-5 traditional match.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible. What's your rating, buddy? I got a lot of other calls.
2.5 out of 10.
Yeah, fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Right.
I appreciate the call, man. Keep it copious and enjoy hitting the ground as I throw you over the top rope. Michael Mendoza. Mendoza, I need somebody who can actually fucking speak. I'm hoping that you're going to be my guy. I got a bunch of people not saying shit tonight. Just kidding. I love all the callers. You're all great. I'm just kidding.
What's up, Dave? How's it going, man?
No, I'm just messing around. Hey, I appreciate the call. What's going on, Mr. Mendoza? Can you reign, see what I did there, in the insanity for the evening? What do you got for me? I'm very interested to hear what you have to say.
My poor sweet boy Roman. I almost wanted to sit there and cry with him in the ring. He was crying and he looked so goddamn sad. I wanted to just pat him on the back and tell him everything's gonna be okay.
You just want to give him the attaboy, give him the whole "it's okay, Roman, you're still sexy as hell" type speech.
Exactly. Don't worry about it. You're still the sexiest guy in the roster. Don't worry about it. You got that going for you.
Unfortunately, Tyler Breeze is there, so that gimmick's already taken.
Oh, yeah, that's true. By the way, Tyler Breeze, you didn't see the pre-show, did you? The pre-show, the interview that he did with Tom Phillips. Is it Tom Phillips?
Yeah, it was Tom Phillips.
God, that was great, man. I'm loving this guy more.
Tyler
and more.
Breeze is great.
Breeze.
I was underwhelmed by the match, though. Were you underwhelmed by that match too? I really was expecting more. I felt it was very.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, a lot of the matches I was expecting more because it was, these are kind of matches you expect to see on a weekly basis on Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah,
I feel like on a pay-per-view, you kind of, main event. I feel like on a pay-per-view, you got to up the ante a little bit, man. And it seems like that's what NXT does every time they get a chance.
What was this? Velocity? Was this Sunday Night Heat? What was this tonight?
Maybe, man. It just felt like a regular weekly event to me. I mean, even the main event, you know, it was just like, what? It was over?
That match was shameful. What they
the one thing I did like the intensity. You know, both of them, you know, going at it.
It was
but
8
it didn't
minutes.
happen.
It was
it was so short. Yeah,
and the finish was so definitive, and there was just no. It was terrible. I hated it. I really did. They could have really built something there, and instead they go for the cheapest, easiest, laziest booking possible. And I'll tell you what, I don't usually assign blame to creative, but I'll tell you who this was. I don't even think this was Vince. He might have okayed it. This was Kevin Dunn. Because Kevin Dunn is the laziest booker in the history of wrestling. He has no vision. He has no foresight. He has no insight. He's just a lazy fucking chode. And this is, I mean, it's like he wrote it today because he was on the network, and he accidentally saw SummerSlam from two years ago. And he's like, oh, that ending, let's do that again.
Yeah, well, see, I think they just had this. It seems like they had this ending planned out from the very beginning, and like as soon as Seth Rollins, they were like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. That's it. We're not changing anything. This is it. This is what we're gonna do, and that's what's gonna happen. And
I don't know. That runs contrary to everything that's being reported this week, because I've read a lot of things, and not just from the terrible Dave Meltzer, but from many other people who have said that the actual plan was for Roman to walk out of here as champion tonight. With Seth Rollins, when he was the champ, he was dropping the belt to Roman. I've also read that they're not really considering Seth Rollins being gone a huge loss. They don't put him on the same level as some of the bigger stars. All these type of things. I'm reading so much, and I was just so shocked, because considering how Seth Rollins was booked, he did the best he absolutely could. So I was very shocked at that. They took away his best weapon, and that's his moveset. The fact that Seth Rollins could get into the ring with anybody and absolutely wow you. They took it away, and he still did everything he could to try to make his championship reign relevant. It didn't work, but he tried like a sumbitch, and everything I read had Roman Reigns walking out. So I don't think this was the plan at all. I think they freaked out when Seth got hurt. They weren't exactly sure where they should go. They heard a lot of the clamoring for the whole turn him heel thing, the Dean Ambrose heel turn. So they were like, we can't do that because that's what everyone's expecting. So I think Kevin Dunn was watching SummerSlam and goes, hey, that's a great idea. The only problem is people wanted to see Daniel Bryan as champion. That was an emotional moment, deserving of all that confetti that Daniel Bryan got, because we wanted to see him as champion. Nobody wants to see Roman Reigns as champion. So the confetti was bullshit. The goddamn ISIS scaring fucking pyro that pyro scared the fuck out of me, man. I was like, oh my God, ISIS hit. They did it. Because that scared the shit out of me. I was like, what the fuck?
There was a lot of pyro and
I didn't
expect the whole confetti. There was a lot. There was to the point where the camera guys were trying to figure out where to go.
It's like, I can't see the shit.
You can't see Triple H or Roman in the ring anymore because it's too much.
It was,
but it was, man. Like I said, I guess the Divas match, the positive, that was a good match, but a very weird sort of.
It was so weird
placing, and it went kind of long too. But I didn't mind that it was long.
But it probably went about 2 minutes too long. But the fact is, I don't think they did anything wrong in the match. I thought they did a lot right. I thought there was a lot of great spots. The problem is, nobody cared. The fans cut that match's feet out from under it. They didn't give it any love. And it's not because of Paige. The problem is Charlotte. People don't fucking care. And it's unfortunate. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on why, but she's got this thing where people look at her and they're either going to boo slightly or stay quiet. They need to do what they did with her in NXT, and it was eventually have her go heel. Because the same thing happened when she was partnered with Sasha Banks. People forget that. They had a Mean Girl angle in NXT with Sasha Banks. And it wasn't, and that's when she started kind of really starting to go off on her own after that and remain heel. And that's when she got over. When they turned her face, people were like, wow, she's really vanilla. She's got nothing.
Yeah, I think that's her problem. I think she just doesn't have. I mean, I guess I would say a gimmick, but it's not even so much the gimmick. I just don't think she has a real bright personality where people can identify with her. Like Paige, she's kind of like this, this bitch, this evil bitch sort of thing, and really, big attitude. And the same thing with Banks in Sasha, and Becky's got this quirky kind of weird, attitude too that she just doesn't really have.
But
really
the thing
much,
is, down in NXT, it felt like Charlotte did have this very well-developed character. And that's because Ric Flair, at his best, was when he was a heel. It's just reality. Ric Flair, that gimmick, that lifestyle, that whole thing worked when he was a heel. It worked at its absolute best. Eventually, he became such a star that it didn't matter if he was face or heel, because he was Ric fucking Flair at that point. But that took 25 years in the business to develop that.
Yeah, true.
Charlotte, because she just happened to have the same last name, they figure, hell, she's going to have that same ability. And unfortunately, that's not how this works. Ask Curtis Axel. He'll tell you. No, it's not how it works. And here's the thing. People say, well, there are third-generation guys and second-generation guys that have gotten over it. Look at Cody Rhodes. Look at fucking... oh God, what's his Randy Orton? Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes, he's not a very good example because he's walking around as fucking Stardust right now. And it looks like they're gonna have to put him back with his brother in a feud just to make him relevant. You look at goddamn Randy Orton, and as great of a legacy as Cowboy Bob Orton had, he's not Ric Flair. I wouldn't even say he's Mr. Perfect. And I have respect for Cowboy Bob Orton. But he wore a cast for 75 years and just beat people over the head with it. That's all he did. I don't know. I have a problem with that. I think there's a thing. And then you look at someone like Ted DiBiase. Ted DiBiase Jr. couldn't get over to fucking save his life. So there's hits and misses when it comes to the genealogy aspect. Just because your daddy was famous doesn't necessarily mean anything. Look at the Wyatt family. Bray Wyatt has all the talent in the world. And his dad was Erwin R. fucking Shyster. So it doesn't matter who your father was in a lot of regards. And I think they've relied a little bit too heavily on it. She woos way too much, and I just don't think she inspires any reflection of her father.
Yeah, well, I could see that maybe trying to turn her into, Ric Flair, the woman version of Ric Flair. But at the same, I know WWE doesn't want another heel. I think they feel like they have too many heels. And they want more, baby faces over, top baby faces. That's why they're focusing so much on Roman. They're, shoving him as John Cena, because we don't have another John Cena. So
the problem is Roman's not a face, and really neither is John Cena. You can make the argument that John Cena has already been heel for his entire career. You can actually make that argument because he's done a lot of heelish fucking shit when you think about it. And it just you don't really talk about it. But the fact is, I think when all is said and done, you look back on it, John Cena might be the greatest heel of all time.
If you look at it in a weird way, yeah.
In a very meta type of way, I think it's very possible. But you're right, there is a problem with lack of top faces. But here's the thing, I think that is also a reflection on the fact that there's not really any elite, really good villains to bring that out. There is in the women's division. I think there's an obvious solution to this problem. Her name is Bayley.
She's perfect.
She's perfect
as far as being over as a babyface.
She's as face as it gets.
Yeah.
She's as Here's what you do. You want to get her instantly over when you introduce her. Have Izzy introduce her. There you go. There's your intro. Have the little troglodyte fucking Izzy walk her little ass out and go, Bayley! And Bayley comes out and everybody's happy. We got inflatable fucking waving tube men all everywhere. It'll be great. You have an instant top face in the women's division. And then Charlotte can go back to being a cunt and we'll be happy. Sasha can be what she is and we'll be happy. Bayley and Becky can become this face of the division. Natalya can join them. I mean, there is salvation. So I don't know.
Yeah.
What else you got, Mr. Mendoza?
I mean, like I said, the pay-per-view overall was pretty bad. I mean, like I said, only because of the fact that it just felt like a Monday Night Raw or just a SmackDown.
It was with a side of a.
Yeah, it just didn't do anything all that great for me. And like I said, the only positive I can say is that Divas match and just seeing Tyler Breeze get the win.
You know what it was? I can tell you what it was.
Really pushing for that guy.
It was
This trial is a travesty. It's a travesty of a mockery of a sham, of a mockery of a travesty of two mockeries of a sham.
That's right. That's what it was.
Was it? I didn't even hear that. Was that just silence? Because I didn't know if you played anything.
No, it wasn't silence. Unfortunately, you can't hear my audio. You'll hear it in the actual broadcast.
Okay.
So
because I just heard silence.
Yeah,
I was
know.
Okay.
I'm terrible at everything I do. I appreciate the call, Mendoza. I got to get some more callers, man. I gave you more time than anybody because that's how much I love you. But I got to take some more callers. What's your rating for tonight, pal?
I give it a 4.5.
4.5. That's coming from Mendoza. That's not good. I appreciate the call, buddy.
I know. I'm usually like you. That's why I love talking to you because we usually try to find a positive in it.
Yeah,
I can't find any tonight.
I try. But yeah, I appreciate the call, man, and keep it copious, brother. Enjoy your trip over the top rope.
All right, man. You too. Later, man.
Whee! There you go. Michael Mendoza, everybody. Doesn't get much better than that. The night goes on a downhill slalom. Oz Malik says, Dead on Dave, does tonight's show make what is going to happen on WrestleMania any clearer? No, not really. I mean, because tomorrow night could be a complete fucking reset, It could be an absolute reset going into the next few weeks, so who knows? I'm going to get into more questions in the chat in a moment. We're going to take another call. 812, you're live with Dead on Dave. What's crack-a-lackin'?
Not much.
What you got?
That's it.
All right, check it out. See, this is how it works. You call into the show, and then I ask you what you got, and you tell me what you thought of tonight's show. It's really, really a great concept. So let's try it again. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got? 812, I'm disappointed. Where's 812? What area code is that? Where do you live? Got nothing. I tried to make it interesting for him, and that was an epic fail. Was I a dick? I might have been a dick. Oh well, I mean, call into a show, fucking have something to say. I don't think I'm asking much. I don't know. AJ Tucker, Dave, do you see Sami Zayn returning soon or possibly at the Royal Rumble? Apparently, he's still hurt. His shoulder is not quite ready yet. Royal Rumble more than likely, but I'm not sure he doesn't go back down to NXT for a little bit. We'll see. I think because of everyone that's hurt now, that with the breaking news that Cesaro is out for 6 months and all these things, it's they might need him. So yeah, I think there's a possibility if he's ready to come up, let's bring him up. Oz Malik says, who's Kevin Owens going to feud with now? More than likely Dean Ambrose. More than likely it's going to be Dino the Machino. He's not heel, so he can continue being Dean Ambrose that loses all the time. This guy is not Teflon. I know they think he's Teflon, but he's not Teflon. Eventually, all these losses are going to affect him in a very serious way. So serious. Super serious, guys. I'm super serial right now.
I have spoken!
That's right. I have fucking spoken. That's right. Now I've laughed. I've spoken and I've laughed. Nake Mello 7 MVP. A New York Mello gotcha. I got it. Took me a second. Dave, is Taker going to retire? No, he'll be at WrestleMania. He'll be there, probably with Sting if Sting can go. So no, easy answer. Adriana Lopez, you're live with the Dead on Dave. What you got? I apologize for that. I don't know what that was. What do you got, Adrian?
Joe Cronin all the way. Fuck Dead on Dave.
Okay, well, that's Adrian Lopez, who's been a long-time caller. Congratulations, Adrian. You just fucking... I have no idea what the hell that was and why he wanted to do that, but that's great because now I get to block a bitch. I get to block a bitch. Isn't that wonderful? I get to block a bitch. What a bitch. Thank you for showing your bitch colors. Good for you. Donnell Clement says, no, not the Swiss Superman. This is bull. Yes, if you haven't heard, the Swiss Superman has fallen to what everybody seems to be getting hurt from, a shoulder injury. Everybody's got shoulder injuries. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Let's take another call. 901, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Dave, I'm going to cry.
Who's
I'm
this?
Gonna cry. This is Raw. And
Ra the Entertainer, the almost co-host of Dead on Dave Live.
Oh, man.
What's up, Ra? Why are you going to cry?
That was one of the worst pay-per-views I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's definitely one of the worst.
I mean, it was so bad. Nobody cared in that. I don't know if it was the way it was mic'd up. It very well might have been, but it certainly looked like literally no one cared about any of the matches.
Except for The Undertaker. They cared about The Undertaker for some reason. I mean,
yeah, they cared about The Undertaker. His entrance was the coolest part of the night.
Not for me. It was a fucking yawn with a side of a fart.
Yeah.
We've seen it for 25 years. I mean, I can't get excited for the same thing over and over. I don't
normally get tired of his entrance, but I like the flames with the flaming, Undertaker UT. I thought that was kind of cool, and a big old coffin and stuff. It's a spectacle. It's interesting.
Maybe if it wasn't 37 minutes long,
Yeah.
Maybe if it didn't take an hour and a half. I mean, I should be thanking him because I was able to wax the floor and recarpet the house. I was able to, I was able to masturbate 4 times. I mean, that's a personal record. So, there's a lot of things that I can be thankful for. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's just, it's just that ending confetti too. We were laughing so hard. Me and the group I was watching it with were laughing so hard at how much confetti.
It was so much confetti.
It was too much confetti. That was too much.
Would you say that it was copious amounts of confetti?
It was copious in a negative sense amount of confetti. Yes.
I don't like to use
copious in a negative sense.
It was so much that it was bad.
Yes, okay. I did not like it. I was like, this is ridiculous. You couldn't see. They had to change the camera angle.
I know, that was funny. That made me laugh, actually, man. I was like...
Oh, it made me laugh. Don't get me wrong. But I see what they're doing. They're trying to artificially turn Roman Reigns into Daniel Bryan.
No,
but it's not
they're not trying... No, that's not true. They're still trying to turn him into John Cena. They tried to draw...
John Cena with the side of...
They tried to draw a parallel. They tried to draw a parallel... between what happened at SummerSlam a couple years ago to what happened tonight. This is not an attempt to trick people into thinking that Roman Reigns is Daniel Bryan, because everybody knows that's not fucking true in any sense of the word.
Well, no, it's not that they're trying to trick him into it. It's just the same. They're trying to artificially recreate
they drew a parallel.
Situation.
I mean, that's all they did. It was a parallel that was trying to make people hearken back. I don't understand exactly why they would do it to that degree, even so far as having Triple H in the ring, having a Money in the Bank winner come. I mean, they did it note by fucking note. It was...
If they have a Triple H Roman Reigns match at WrestleMania, I swear to God, I don't think WrestleMania. Care.
I don't think WrestleMania.
I seriously don't
Royal
care.
Rumble. I think Royal Rumble, though.
Those two guys, I'm just like, I don't care about you. You're an old fart who's so arrogant as to believe that people still give a shit about you.
Well,
and you're just someone.
I actually love Triple H. I think people...
I like Triple H, but he's done a lot in the past to make me think, wow, everything has to be about you, doesn't it?
I don't think that's true at all. I really don't. I don't, because he never had any stroke. He wasn't hoganing himself to the top. He was there because he was one of the most interesting people. He got reactions that weren't... Look, you got to think about it. He was in an era with Shawn Michaels, The Rock, Stone Cold, Undertaker, Kane, all of these guys, Kurt Angle, John Cena at his prime, Edge, all these guys. And Triple H was getting the best reactions of anybody on the roster, or right there with the top guys. And because the top guys were so damn competitive, you have to fucking really look at what Triple H was able to accomplish and go, that was pretty fucking impressive, even more than we think. No, he's not the top guy of all those people that I just said. Not even close.
Yeah.
He's probably somewhere in the top 5 of that group. But
yeah,
probably somewhere right behind Shawn Michaels. I would say probably.
It's mostly frustration for me. I don't really hate Triple H, but after tonight, where I was just like, oh my gosh, you knew what was going to happen, and then they tried to swerve us with a little boot to Sheamus, but I don't care about it enough about Sheamus to really care if he
Nobody
wins
does.
it
He
either.
lost tonight.
And did you notice that's WWE booking for you? Earlier in the night, they were joking about him.
Yes,
they were making fun of him when he was with. It's just like, I don't know what is wrong with. I'm going to be at Raw tomorrow, and I don't know what to do.
Raw at Raw, and he better have a copious fucking sign.
I'm going to try.
Don't try, dude. What's so hard about writing fucking hashtag copious on a sign?
I have to drive. I have to go 4 hours tomorrow to get to Nashville.
We're talking about 15 seconds, fucko. You get a piece of cardboard, you write hashtag copious. It takes 15 seconds.
All right.
I'm not asking you to use fucking glitter fucking pens and shit. What's the matter with you?
Sending markers.
By the way, AJ Tucker may have said the smartest thing of anybody in the chat. I think he might have just said it. And he just turned 13, by the way. Happy 13th birthday to AJ Tucker. From,
Happy birthday.
A few weeks
Happy
ago.
birthday, AJ. The smartest fucking kid.
What he
in the
said
world.
was Roman versus Triple H will set up Rock versus Triple H. If that match can still happen, and by all accounts, it's not going to happen because The Rock is actually filming a movie, and that is already been confirmed. He is filming a movie during that time. But that makes sense a lot for that to happen, being the Rock's, I almost said the Rock's cousin. So, I don't know.
Hang on 1 second.
Norman Abrams, stop sucking Triple H's dick. Fuck off. Why? I'm not sucking his dick by talking about his goddamn actual accomplishments. Eat me. Eat me. Malik says, shout out to Dead on Dave. You actually talk about wrestling. Other shows, Joe Cronin, is just jack shit. Feel like I get dumber watching that. Cheer from Melbourne, Australia.
Agreed.
Thank you from down under, mate. Dingoes hate my baby. Now he hates me. Now he hates me. You see, I had Oz Malik right here, and then I did that, and now he hates me. He hates me. But it's okay. What else you got for me, Rob, before I toss your ass over the top rope?
The Divas. Let's just, nobody cared. And they were working such a dumb style.
The match wasn't bad. That's the sad thing.
It was a badly worked match. And here's why. Let me explain
it wasn't a badly worked match. It was a badly paced match. It was a badly booked match.
That's what I meant. That's what I'm sorry.
But the work was good, I thought.
Yes, the work was good, but it's like, why all of a sudden are they getting into all these? It was like a technical wrestling match.
Because Charlotte's a technical wrestler.
It should have been a brawl.
Charlotte's a technical wrestler. That's why.
Yeah, but it should have been. I don't care what they could even tone down the actual. And I'm a huge fan of technical wrestling. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But the way the story set it up, I was like, oh man, it seems like a brawl. They should have to hold her back.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But of course, because they're divas, they're just going to book them differently, and it's just, oh gosh,
there's no continuity anywhere on the card, anywhere on the roster. There's no continuity. There's no continuity with any type of booking.
And did you hear about Cesaro?
There is a serious problem within WWE right now, and I don't know how the fix is going to happen. I mean, outside of an influx of great talent, which we know is coming because NXT is still the best thing going in wrestling today. So at least we have that. All is not lost. But when are we going to start getting the hope that just because there's that talent, it's going to fix the problem? Because the problem isn't talent. The problem is
Kevin Owens is an extremely good talent and has shown that for about 15 years now, and they didn't even give him a shot at the title. But I mean, they did, but didn't allow. They wanted that.
I think Kevin Owens is a bad example. That he's got an Intercontinental title. He's actually doing quite well for himself, and I believe
he's got
bigger things. But I get what you're saying. They fed him to Cena. I get what you're saying completely.
The Intercontinental title has almost become a curse. You look at Ryback and how far he has fallen. I mean, he wasn't very high before, but he was kind of, he grew in my heart. He was getting all personal, which a lot of people hated, but I'm like, this guy just wants to be loved.
Then they didn't
this guy's
follow
so
up with
desperate.
it. They didn't follow up with
it. Exactly. They turned him into such like an ultimate 1980s babyface.
Yeah.
And it was so great. But
no continuity.
But then, I don't. understand it. I really don't. And what happened to Dean after that match? He just rolled out of the ring. Did he just die? What happened?
He had to get out of there. He was like, okay, I didn't attack him. I'm going to leave. And he just got the fuck out of there.
They could have gone so many different ways with that, and they went the worst one of the worst possible. The worst possible way is Roman goes over clean, period, to me.
Roman goes over what?
Completely clean, and it's just over, and then they hug after the match, which is basically what they did.
They could have made it a little bit worse by having him actually beat Roman Reigns. Or I'm sorry, by having him actually beat Sheamus. That could have been worse, because then they just would have played the John Cena music, and then everybody would have went home, singing "You Can't See Me." Rapido. But luckily that didn't happen. So we got the second worst possible outcome. Because nobody gives a flying fuck. One of the best things that I saw was Reigns' look after the match was over. I thought that was kind of cool, actually, when they zoomed in.
I didn't feel authentic to me.
Well,
Watching it at home,
nothing he does feels authentic. That's the whole
it
fucking
doesn't.
problem.
He's like a piece of cardboard.
He is. He really is.
He seemed,
but I actually
so
did
hard,
like that.
he was just
I
trying
did
to
actually
cry.
like that, though.
But
I give him a little bit of love for that one, but it's just like I don't know if they're outthinking themselves. They're like, well, we can't do this type of screw job. We can't do this type of heel turn because everybody's talking about it on the internet. I'm wondering how much of the problem with the current climate in wrestling is the fact that kayfabe is not protected anymore. That there's no secrecy in wrestling anymore. Wrestling used to be a really interesting part of it. And even in the 90s, when kayfabe was starting to break a little bit and things were getting a little bit more hot with dirt sheets and all that, you still had to send away for a fucking magazine to get your inside information. I think that, like everything else, the ease of getting information in this era that we are in really does take away from what makes it special. And
I try and stay off the dirt sheets for the most part. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll listen to podcasts and stuff.
I can't.
But
I have no self-control with it. I want to know.
Oh, I know. You have a channel to cover and everything. Yeah. But by the way, this is really quick. Did you hear about Cesaro? And this is just adding on.
Have you not watched any of this show? You know what? Now you're even less of a co-host.
I just got home.
No, you know what?
I just got home.
Nope. You should have had me on your phone. You should have had me on your phone listening in your car. No excuses. Raw, I'm upset with you.
Oh, man.
Yes, I've told the world.
Apparently, he might have a torn rotator cuff.
Oh, it's not apparently. He is having surgery. He is out for 6 months. It's already confirmed.
Oh, my gosh.
He's done,
Stop house shows.
That's done.
That's my 2015 campaign. Stop house shows. I'm done with them. I don't care.
Right. Well, I appreciate the call. What's your final rating for the night?
My final what?
Rating.
Wait, what?
Rating.
Oh, rating. Oh, I'll give it a strong 2.
A strong 2.
Not even a strong. A weak 2.
Strong 2. There you go. Ra, I appreciate the call, buddy.
All right. See you, man.
Take it easy, pal. Over the top rope with Ra. Tony Hall. Tony Hall, you're live with that. Dave, what you got?
What's up? Not much, man. Oh, man. That Survivor Series. How creative. WWE creative. It ruined a whole Survivor Series. And I'm going to ask this question to you. I think I'm wrong. Do you think that Roman Reigns deserved the WWE Championship?
No, he didn't deserve it. No, he hadn't earned it. No, not at all. Not in the least. And look, people like fucking Pittsburgh Boy and people that are fans of Roman Reigns are going to be like, of course he earned it. Look at everything that he's done. He's paid his dues. The one thing that he hasn't done that determines if you earn a title shot is get over. He's not over.
No, he's not.
No, he didn't. He doesn't. He didn't deserve shit. He hasn't earned a goddamn thing yet in my book. Now, that being said, this could be a way that he could be earning it. I mean, getting him into a feud now where he's chasing, I think might be a little bit better because now he's locked in a definitive situation with the Authority. He was kind of already, but now there's no qualms about it. There's no questions. Now we know exactly what's going to happen. We're getting Sheamus and Roman Reigns with Triple H involved, and potentially, at the very least, we're going to get a make or break type of situation. It's either going to work or Roman's going away. I think this is it. This is that test.
Yeah, I agree, and it's frustrating to me that why did they screw up the whole pay-per-view? It was ruined by that match. You know,
it was ruined by much more than that match. The whole night was fucking terrible.
And what do you think of it?
The whole night was bad from top to bottom. Nothing was done right. None of the matches early on in the night were very good. My notes aren't even all that copious tonight because there was just really nothing that happened. The most interesting match, the best worked match tonight was probably the pre-show match with Miz, Bo Dallas, Stardust, Connor, and Victor versus Neville, Bubba Ray, Devon, Titus, and Goldust. That might have been the most entertaining match, work-wise, of the entire night. Lillian botches the anthem. Del Rio and Roman in a solid match. Nothing fantastic. They worked the arm damage angle like I thought they were going to do. Horrible spear. Roman gets out of there. But it wasn't an epic match. That was actually a pretty good match, but it wasn't epic.
No,
Dean
it
Ambrose
wasn't.
and Kevin Owens in a very meh match. Just very predictable. I don't think Kevin Owens looked nearly strong enough. Considering he's the Intercontinental Champion, I think he should have been way stronger, at least in defeat, and he wasn't. The fucking 5-on-5 elimination match with the Usos, Lucha, Ryback, and versus New Day, Sheamus, and Bad News Barrett was fucking horrible. Outside of the beginning, Woods with the hair and some of the beginning action with all the diving and stuff was really great. Sheamus trying to get jiggy, that was great. And then fucking the New Day leaves. And it ruined the match. And ultimately the night. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was. And I agree with you. I'm not having this. It just so frustrating. Why they leave and let Sheamus by himself defend himself?
It was because I don't know. I don't have a good answer. It just doesn't make sense.
Me either.
And that seemed to take the fans out of it. Because then they did not even show up at all, the fans, for the Paige Charlotte match, which was actually a really good match in a lot of ways. It was just very oddly paced, and I think that they were a little thrown off by how little the fans cared. Tyler Breeze and Ziggler with a decent match, but Breeze getting the victory without anybody giving any amount of fucks whatsoever. Then the fucking Undertaker and Kane beating the Wyatts in, yeah, the match was not bad. I can't shit on the match. It was a classic Undertaker match, but the problem is it was a classic Undertaker match, including the 27-minute ring entrance. I can't get excited for that, especially when you consider that they just buried a very, very up-and-coming faction that could not afford to take another loss. And they took another loss. And then, of course, Reigns and Ambrose.
Yeah.
So it was just... Which I was so disappointed with Reigns and Ambrose, not even because of the outcome, not because of the Sheamus thing at the end, just because it was a horse shit short match. It was
I agree.
Awful.
My heart is I'm on Raw tomorrow. I hope someone buns the booze at the Authority, and everyone but you, I bet you is gonna someone yell at them. And creative. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna do my rating right now.
Yeah, what's your rating, buddy?
Oh, you gonna give me? I'm gonna help you get me happier. I give 4.5.
There you go.
It's you know what I mean. What do you give it right now?
I don't know. I'll give it at the end of the show.
Okay, I'll keep watching for you, man.
All right, yeah, I gotta keep people hooked. You gotta have something to stay on for. So yeah, the rating is coming. The Dead on Dave rating is coming. I appreciate the call, Tony.
No problem, man.
Take it easy, buddy. I know that there are still a bunch of people who've been trying to call in. Continue to do so. I'm going to bring in my co-host from Dead on Dave Live at this point. What better way than to bring in the co-host of Dead on Dave Live, my good friend Too Tall, who I believe just finished up his review of Survivor Series. Make sure you go check that out on XLT Live Podcast. Make sure you check him out over there. Too Tall, thanks for joining me, man. What you got for me, brother?
What's going on, Dave?
What's
and
really good,
that's
son?
Here. What's really good? What's really not good is Survivor Series.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really.
I just wanted to stop by and say hi, man.
I'm really questioning if this is the worst Survivor Series I've ever seen.
This is probably the worst pay-per-view we've seen in the last 6 months, for sure.
I think it's the worst pay-per-view of the year. I
agree. I'll take that.
I'm trying to think of what was worse this year, and I can't think of another one. And then when I think historically, I cannot think of a worse Survivor Series. I'm really trying to. I've been racking my brain the entire show. The last hour and 22 minutes, I've been just can't get it.
Yeah.
I can't come up with one, bud.
So the traditional Survivor Series matches didn't mean anything. There were two of them, pre-show and the middle show, and then, like you mentioned, the New Day just walking out made it worse. So there was no meaning to it whatsoever. They had 2 weeks to put something together because Seth Rollins is injured.
Yeah.
You have your top stars out. Rollins, John Cena. I know everybody hates him, but he's gone.
Yep.
Randy Orton's out now. Cesaro with 4 to 6 months or whatever.
Yep.
You have all this missing talent now, and you have the talent that you do have. You don't utilize correctly. And here we go, Survivor Series. Woo! And the only positive for me, the only thing I really loved or enjoyed was Taker's entrance. I thought that was one of the coolest things.
I can't get with it, man. Is there something wrong with me? Am I emotionally deficient? I've seen it so many times. It just does nothing for me. It just
What if he just came out as the American Badass? Would you have been like, oh, hell yeah?
No, I'm tired of I love the Undertaker. I love what he's done for me. I just can't do it no more, man. Hey, you gonna hang out with me for a few minutes?
If you'll have me, man, I'm not doing anything.
You're
Absolutely,
co-host, of course.
Absolutely, man.
Co-host the rest of the show. Let's bring in another caller, man. A long-time caller, a good friend of the show, Tony Barrasso, the 15-year-old with a 37-year-old man voice. What's going on, Tony? Smoking cigars and drinking whiskey. What's up?
Great to see you, buddy.
Listen to this, man. It's like fucking melted butter going down my throat hole right now. It's wonderful. What's up?
No, it's great to see you. Is it me, or did the main event only felt like it was? I heard it was no longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I heard it was only 9 minutes.
I didn't get it. I did not understand the thought process there.
It was, and they had so much time to do the spots that they wanted, and you can just tell the finishers. I was looking at the time, like 10:30, and like 5 minutes in, I'm already seeing Superman punches after Dirty Deeds, and I'm just thinking, wait, they have. Is it me, or did the time fly? Like it was horrible.
It really was.
And
what
it
do
was
I
so
say all the
bad.
time? There's something that I repeat. It's my mantra. A lot of the things don't really matter, like poor booking and all of that and stuff like, with some of the weird shit decisions. It doesn't matter as much if you get an epic in-ring performance.
Yeah.
And they had an opportunity to offset some of the fucking shit show that we saw tonight by having a few great matches.
Roman versus Dean could have been pretty good. Roman versus Dean, because I don't give a shit about Roman.
Yeah.
But that could have been a good match.
Could have been a great match. It could have been a great.
It ended in
match.
bullshit.
It started out pretty good with them going on the outside and everything, but it just got ruined when they were just using the finishes in the first 5-6 minutes.
Yeah, it was very. What did you think? What did you think of that match, Too Tall?
It was 6 minutes or whatever, 7 minutes long. What really pissed me off about that match wasn't how it really ended. You had 17 minutes after the whole Survivor Series ended. You had 17 minutes to fucking kill, even after Sheamus came out. What really made me angry is Roman Reigns kicks out of Dirty Deeds, but you can't give Dean Ambrose one kick out of the spear.
Right.
Just one time, make us believe for 1 second.
The worst spear in the history of wrestling, and Dean can't kick out of it? Seriously?
Almost as bad as Charlotte's spear off the apron. I can't even talk right now.
She tried in that spot.
It's so hard because you got to balance yourself.
Yeah.
And Paige's already standing there. It's so hard. She did try.
She tried. There was a lot of rushed spots in that match. I think that was part of the problem. But I didn't hate that match by any stretch. But once again, we see the absolute parallels being drawn between Roman Reigns and John Cena. We see it again tonight with the kick out of Dirty Deeds, just the refusal
He's the new Cena.
to take.
He's the new Cena.
Yeah, he's Cena 2.0. I really thought when Sheamus set up in the middle of the ropes to hit the bro kick, which he never does. He always sets up from the corner. He never sets up from the middle of the rope. When he did that, I was like, Roman Reigns is about to spear him and win this fucking thing. And that would have been the only way this could have been worse.
Speaking of that, why, when it ended, I sound kind of pissed. I just can't help myself in this Big Old pay-per-view, but when it ended, when Roman Reigns won the belt, you could just think there's 20 minutes left in this probably more.
Yeah.
There's 20 minutes left in this pay-per-view. Sheamus is coming out.
Yeah.
Even with the confetti, which they I think, in my opinion, they poured down way too much.
A little bit, just a little bit too much.
You
It
could
was a
barely
snowstorm. It was horrible.
Winter came early.
Yeah, winter's coming, and for some reason, it's confetti.
And then it was I was just waiting for Sheamus to come out, and I guess Triple H kind of surprised me with him coming out, but the spear.
Oh no, I knew exactly that was happening. I knew Triple H was going to come out first. I knew that was happening because it's the Daniel Bryan ending. It's the Daniel Bryan ending from fucking.
I thought he was going to kick him in the nuts to give him a pedigree. That's what I was expecting, and then Sheamus comes out, does the
instead they have Roman spear Triple H instead of Triple H giving the pedigree. So it's the Daniel Bryan ending from SummerSlam. It's the exact same ending. It really is.
So now I'm thinking, since Sheamus is the champion, what are they going to do when Seth comes back?
Don't worry. There'll be like 3 or 4 title changes before then.
Yeah. So far away from that, man.
God, I hope.
Yes.
Just who's next to be the champion besides Sheamus? I hope this.
Roman's going to get this belt. It's going to happen.
Oh no. I don't want to say that, man. I'm sorry.
It's happening. Dude.
I like the reason. It was like, oh no. I love the reaction.
What is there to like about this guy?
Dude, I was like, I like the despair in your voice.
I loved it. He was like, oh God.
It makes me very happy to hear little children this upset. I want to hear your collective agony. Cry out for me.
It was such a pure reaction to it, though. I loved it. It was like, oh no, why?
If I could bottle that and sell it, I would. Oh, I would.
Oh.
Despair by Dead on Dave. How to bring a room down without even trying.
I just don't see what Pittsburgh Boy. In my opinion, I love Pittsburgh Boy. He's a great caller. I don't see what there's to like about Roman Reigns.
I don't get it either. But you know what? If there's anything that can make me believe in a higher power, it's the fact that I have Pittsburgh Boy here in my life. He is the gift from the gods. There's no question about that. A guy that, with everything bad that happened tonight, he's one of the first callers, and I instantly got to feel better because I got to make him feel worse. How horrible am I?
I don't know if that's horrible or if that's amazing. I'm sorry. That's me.
The whole reason why I got a channel outside of like taking up time from my retired medically fat ass is so I can be mean to people. I just want to be mean. I'm just a mean person. Look at me. Arr. I'm mean. I don't know. Tony, what's your rating for tonight, buddy?
5.5.
You put a lot of thought into that. That was like a good 6-second pause.
I'm trying to think of like all this shit that like.
There's only 10 numbers. There's only 10 numbers between 1 and 10.
There's only 10.
There's only 10, and you made it a little bit longer by going with a decimal point. I appreciate that because it's good. I appreciate the call, Tony. I'm going to get to another call. You take it easy, buddy.
All right, take it easy. Too-Tall, you're doing great.
Top row.
Good night.
Over to
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, Tony.
Too-Tall, you were a little bit too excited by that kid's despair. I'm disturbed. I'm disturbed.
It was so pure, man. You got to admit, it was really pure. He was like,
pure.
oh, no.
What we found was the sacrificial despair virgin. It was that purity. It was wonderful. Let's take another call.
Loved it.
540. You're live with Dead on Dave and Too-Tall. What's going on?
You know who it is.
Oh, fuck me. Why don't I remember your goddamn area code? Pittsburgh Boy here yet again. He hears his name. It's like he's like the Candyman, but just depressing. What's up, Pittsburgh?
Not much. Just to answer Tony's question, what is there to like about Roman? It's easy. He's a badass.
No, he's not. Get out. You're done. I can't listen to that. Did he just say Roman's a badass?
Reasons to like Roman Reigns because it's Roman Reigns. That's pretty much what he's saying.
Because he's so sexy. 812. You're live with Dead on Dave and Too-Tall. What you got? 812. You're live and now you're not. Goodbye.
Maybe he just called in to hear your voice. Like, I just want to hear this
You know what? I wouldn't blame him. I think that a lot of people do that. They're like, I have to get my sweet, sweet milk of honey and get some loving down my ear holes. So I got to hear the copious man's voice. So
Absolutely.
Well, it looks like the calls have started to dry up. I think everybody's starting to go to beddy by time. It's 6:30 in the morning here in Germania. So I think we're getting ready to wrap this bitch up. What are your final thoughts on the night, Mr. Tito?
I felt like I watched Thursday Night SmackDown, mixed with a little bit of Monday Night Raw.
I felt like it was velocity. It was heat.
Fucking velocity. Oh, it was Thursday Thunder, man.
Yeah. Welcome, everyone, to Thursday Night Thunder. Opening with
there were
Glacier.
so many lows. Yeah, yeah. There were so many lows, and it was like we mentioned it before, and you mentioned it before, and everybody that called in talked about it. There was so much time left on the clock. Even after the whole thing, they had so much time. This is the funniest thing. I thought it was so funny. They had so much time. After they cut off the pay-per-view, they actually went back and had Roman Reigns walk out to his music.
Yeah.
And as he was walking out, he was getting booed, and there was people right where the ramp is, just with the thumbs down, just booing right to his face, while Roman looks like he's crying or whatever. And I was like, damn, this kid just won the title. You hated that. Then he lost it. You should love it. And you still booed him after that.
Wait. What did you just say Roman was doing on the way back?
Crying.
Yes, he's a badass, all right, Pittsburgh. He cried on
It looked.
way.
I'm pretty sure he cried. In the ring, it looked like he cried, and definitely on the way back, he was like, well, fuck my life.
He cried. Pittsburgh's trying to call back. He's been trying to call back since I hung up on him. I'm not taking his call again. I'm not doing it. I'm done. I can't listen to it anymore.
Oh, man. But before we go, anybody has, I mean, I'm not trying to end your show, obviously, but you said you're about to leave, but anybody has any more questions for Dave here as he ends his show tonight, feel free to leave in the comments. The comments are pretty active tonight,
Yes,
so
they are.
Feel free to ask any questions before Dave heads out for the night. And you've had, what, an hour or so? You've been going hard, man.
Hour and a half. Hell, more than that. Almost 2 hours.
Dead on Dave. Jay Wilson said Glacier versus Disco Inferno would be better.
Right? Oh, my God. Let's book that.
Let's book it.
Let's book it.
Oh,
Do
man.
that shit. That's what I'm excited about. Here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to go into the chat right now, and I just want to know what your rating out of 10 is. Let's end the night on your rating out of 10. I want to hear what you have to say. Mine, what you've been waiting for all night, mine is a big, fat 4 burger, and I think I'm being generous out of 4, man. What's yours, Too Tall?
I think, actually, when I ended my show, I rated it a 4 out of 10, too, I think.
Oh, look at us. We're simpatico, brother.
Right around there. People were saying 0 on my show.
Yeah,
I came in on your show on the chat, and I said 11 out of 10. Survivor Series is awesome. Great spots, long matches. Just a perfect show. And people were like, what is he talking about? I was trying to lighten the mood from the anger, you know?
You got a question in the chat. Cappuccino80 says, hey, XLT, did you notice Charlotte did the natural selection, her NXT finishers, and the announcers totally ignored it? Actually, she's used natural selection a few times.
Yeah.
On the main roster.
Are you surprised the announcers ignore shit? They're too busy just jerking back there doing nothing.
Yep, the frickin' frack.
Did
yeah,
you
they
hear?
did nothing.
Did you hear JBL?
Oh, go ahead.
During this Ziggler Breeze match, when Ziggler dropped the elbow on Breeze, and JBL was like, that elbow killed the king once.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. How about the fact that they don't reference so much, but they reference fucking Jerry Lawler's terrible fucking Survivor Series match with Stink and Wink and all that stuff. Let's take one more caller. 352, mainly because I don't know this number. 352, you're live with Dead on Dave. And Too Tall, what you got?
I'm live?
You're live, 352.
Hey, I just want to say the Survivor Series, 0 out of 10.
0 out of 10, I agree. Well, no, I don't. I'm at a 4.
No, 0.
What else you got?
So convincing.
It was boring.
It was. I agree. You want to elaborate? You're live in front of dozens of people.
It was just horrible, man. It was just horrible.
Fair enough.
What's happening?
I appreciate the call, man.
What is happening?
That's fantastic.
I fell asleep watching it.
I can appreciate that. Hey, thanks for calling in, 352.
Thanks.
Okay.
Oh man, he just wanted to vent. He specifically called to say that event. He wanted you to hear him vent, and he's so angry with the show tonight that he has nothing further to say except horrible. I'm fucking bored as shit.
He
Can't
came
elaborate
to
at
the
all.
plate and just like, you know what? I'm not even gonna swing. He didn't strike out. He didn't hit a home run. He just left the bat on his shoulder.
Oh,
This is great.
oh man, your callers are awesome.
Oh, I know. It's fantastic. We've had so many tonight, dude. It was just, we got flooded with calls tonight. It's been crazy. I barely got to even get to the copious amounts of notes. It's just been call after call. It's been great.
Did you have any copious amounts of notes?
I had barely. I did run through them when I had Tony Hall on here a few minutes ago. I ran through them. There wasn't much. They were not copious tonight. They were uncopious. We do got the ratings flooding in, so let's go ahead and hit that. Osmalik, -2 out of 10. Daniel from Scotland, Daniel, 4 out of 10. Pittsburgh boy, fucking 0 out of 10.
How can you rate a 0 out of 10, Pittsburgh boy, when your boy Roman Reigns is on the show?
Oh, God, I feel his sadness and his sorrow. I'm using his lotion. I'm rubbing it all over my face and breasticles. Oh, thank you for your sorrow, Pittsburgh. Oh, I wish I could drink your tears.
Oh man,
yeah, I know. I got real with it right there. Marcus Ryan, this pay-per-view doesn't deserve a rating. Well, tell us how you really feel. Cameron Calico, 3 out. Okay. Salvador, Sal, my copious graphics guru, 1.9 out of 10. And I just lost all my goddamn thing. 1.9 out of 10. New York Mellow 7 MVP, 1 out of 10. Sean Bonner. I almost called him Sean Boner. Sean Bonner. Bored as fuck. Can't give above 1. Donnell Clemens. What the hell, Dave? Too high. -2 out of 10. Osmalik Survivor Series is the reason why I'm about to chop off my dick. Okie dokie.
What the fuck?
Hey, we're getting real here. The Alien, Heel Alien, Dave. This pay-per-view deserved a fucking 8 out of 10. What a way to treat people of the WWE, you fuck. Hey, well, okay, fair enough.
What?
Sean Bonner, live in front of dozens of people's houses is dope as fuck, okay? People are so weird. I love it. The Alien, no, but seriously, 4 out of 10. Finally, we got Gun Cannon. I give it a 2 out of 10 because they threw that love seat with a onesie off the top rope on the 5-man participants. Oh, wait, that was Ryback. That's fantastic. That's great. Tony Hall, I give it a 3.5. Pittsburgh boy, I give it a 0 out of 10 because Reigns keeps getting fucked over. Again, it's just I wish I could drink his tears. I think it would be substitution for unicorn's blood. It'll keep me young and vibrant forever.
Unicorn's blood.
I'm telling you. Cappuccino 80, 4 out of 10 just because Reigns didn't walk out with that championship belt.
Oh shit! Shots fired at Pittsburgh boy.
I don't know. You guys can go start a club. I don't know. Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you, Mr. fucking Too Tall?
Oh, I don't want to do. Don't do that.
Oh,
don't
dude,
do that.
come on.
Don't be kind.
Well, then I'm gonna do it anyway.
This is your show. Don't do this.
No,
to me.
it's our show. You're my co-host.
I'm honored to be on your show right now.
Fuck all that humble bullshit.
Ugh.
You can find XL. He's way too humble. He's too nice of a guy. You're 6'10". Take the pussy. XLT podcast on YouTube. Great upcoming channel, just like myself. He not only has his duties here as the co-host for this show, but he does his own thing, and he does it quite well. If you love video games, you love wrestling, he's another alternative, and he does a fantastic job. Go check him out, and make sure you subscribe to this guy. He busts his ass. He definitely has earned it. Go check him out and find out for yourself why he's the official co-host of Dead on Dave Productions. I mean, he's the man. Come on. See, I love you, buddy.
Usually people just tell me to fuck off. So when I first started on YouTube, people were just like, "Well, screw you." So now I'm just like, well, I don't expect anything, so I don't ask for anything. You know what I'm saying? So,
no expectations. That's what I've told every date I've ever been on. No expectations. We'll be just fine.
Listen, we're going through a McDonald's drive-through, man.
Exactly.
Right,
I was referring to the
I'm
sex.
not paying for it.
I was referring to my polar bear with the hiccup sex style. That's what I was referring.
See, I was expecting. I don't even get to sex. I just go to eat. That's what I'm looking forward to the food. Dollar
We
menu.
going
Let's
to
do it all day.
Sizzler. We going to Sizzler. No, we ain't. No, we ain't. Jay Davis, disgusted out of 10. Jay Davis, Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, the official musician of Dead on Dave Productions. He has a new album coming out December 17th, 2015, Black Mozart. Make sure you guys check that out. It's going to be up for download on all kinds of digital distributions. If there's a computer attached to it, you're probably going to be able to download Black Mozart on December 17th, 2015. And we are going to have an official launch party on that day right here with Real Talk. We're going to sample some of the music. We're going to talk about his inspiration for it. We're going to talk about why it's his best work to date. It's going to be an absolute blast. Make sure you join us for that. Creators Corner is coming back specifically for that. Can't wait. Gonna be exciting. I think that's all we got, Tutal.
The last breath, like I've done it tonight. I've gone through everything.
I think so. I'm exasperated. I think I got it. But it was a great show. I mean, not Survivor Series. I'm talking about us. We killed it. We killed it.
I was only here for
Alex
5.
Williams, 10 out of 10s because Reigns lost.
Yeah.
Ha ha
Yeah, I
ha,
read that.
Pittsburgh.
Sean said dollar menu is for the wives to be.
There you go.
Damn right, Sean. Damn
You got to
right.
test them. You got to test them.
Yeah.
You got to
That's
see.
every date. The first day you take them to the dollar menu, then you ask them to give you $2 for their food.
Yes. You're going to chip in on this, right? That's exactly what you do.
I paid for gas. This is my car. You're gonna chip in food, right? I mean,
Food or gas, you know.
yeah, we gotta do something.
Ass or gas, you know. No one rides for free.
Gas. Ass or gas. I like it.
No one rides for free.
Yeah.
Cash, ass, or gas. Ain't nobody riding for free up in here.
Yeah.
But
it.
that's lessons for life, kids. Write that shit down. We're happily married men. We know what we're talking about. Well, I'm married. I mean, happily married. I'll leave that to Tutal. But we're married. I can say that because my wife's asleep. We're married. So I guess I am happily married. She's asleep. We're married men. We know what we're talking about. So that's information for life. Tutal, let's get up out of here. Thank you guys very much for joining us. We had a great time. It was a lot of fun. Took a lot of calls. Hope you guys enjoyed it. But that's all we got. Go home. Go to sleep. Go get ready for Monday Night Raw because hopefully tomorrow night we're going to get some changes going on. I doubt it, but I got to lie to myself. So,
Gotta lie to myself to turn it on and watch it.
that's right. So remember, like, subscribe, and share. We're almost at 1,600 subs. Hell, we might have hit it. I don't know. I didn't check yet because I'm not that narcissistic. But I will check it right after this and masturbate to it if we did hit 1,600 subs. So thank you very much for that. And that's all I got. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. We'll see you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Peace.
Later, everybody. Thanks for joining the show.